Hello everyone, it's me again from MySpeedHub. Quite some time I did not upload any videos. It's because again very tight with my schedule, and today I found my time, and that's why I'm here today to provide tips on how to design your life. Create smart goals. Now, many of you knows the meaning of goals. Goals is something that you want to achieve, a target that you want to achieve. And also, when you have a target, you have the motivation for you to go ahead and do certain actions in order for you to achieve that particular targets or goals or objective, right? So today I'm going to teach you how to create smart goals in order for you to utilize these tips, right? Whether in your professional life or your personal life, or if you are, still a teenagers, studying in a college, you may also use these tips. All right. So it is actually applicable to everyone, and also this is also how to say, it will be a starting point for you to achieve anything in life. This is my SpeedHub channel. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so now, and also share this video to many people as you can, so that they can actually utilize these tips. As well as, if you have any specific topics that you want us to create a video for you, please comment below. I would like to see some engagement from you, so that we can actually improve our videos to better, and also we can provide some useful information to you. Let's get the understanding of what is SMART goals in the first place, so that when you understand what is the SMART goal all about, you will be able to define your SMART goal, whether in personal life or professional life. SMART, when you see the word SMART, they have the alphabet SMART. The S stands for specific. So when you're defining your goal, it has to be very, very specific, well defined and clear. For example, you want to achieve or pass certain exam. For example, if you're taking a certification for your professional work career, and you want to achieve flying colors, so you have to like define, okay, how many percentage of passing mark that you want to achieve, maybe 90% out of 100% that you want to achieve for this particular certification. So you actually go into a very specific and well defined and clear for you, right? And the next thing for you is the next alphabet M. M stands for measurable, meaning to say with specific criteria that measure your progress toward the accomplishment of the goal. So it has to be like measurable. When I mentioned 90% out of 100%, it is measurable because there's a number of facts, right? Or figures. So this is where you can actually measure, rather than you saying, I need to pass this certification. It is very general. So you bring it to more measurable by coming up with a figure. So I need to have the passing mark of 90% out of the 100% for this particular certification. Okay, the next word stands for A, as achievable. That means that particular goal is attainable and not impossible to achieve. So you need to know that 90% is something that everyone can achieve, am I right? Because the score is always 100%. All right, so 90 out of 100 is something that is achievable. It is not about a goal that you go to the moon and do something about it, right? Even astronauts is able to do, they're able to go to the space, and they're able to achieve certain things out of the space. So you will know, your mind knows that a certain goals, that is something that you can actually achieve, right? So the next word is realistic, right? So within reach and realistic. So it must be realistic for you to achieve, right? So realistic it is meaning that it is not it is not something that you can't really achieve it. So it has to be very realistic in sense. Maybe for example, if let's say you have a goal that you need to do charity, like helping about 100 people in a year, for example, and coming up with the goals to donate people to 100,000 people in a year, maybe it is not realistic for that particular period of time. So you need to really define well in terms of whether it is really realistic to set that kind of goal or not. And the next thing is T. T stands for timely, with a clearly defined timeline. That means you're setting a timeline by when you need to achieve. All right. So for example, you're studying for a particular certification or particular exam, and you want to sit for the exam in 2 months' time. So you set the timeline that within that one and a half month, you'll be like focusing on doing the revision of that subject, and then the last 2 weeks is all about attempting the quizzes or questionnaires so that you can actually sit for the exam within that 2 months. So you set uh, define a timeline when you have to achieve. What will happen if you don't set a timeline? If you make it too open for that goal to achieve, the goal will not be like achieved within any timeline because you didn't set, right? So it will always be like dragging and dragging and dragging, and your mind will keep say that, okay, this is not something that I can achieve this year. Maybe I'll try for next year. And when it comes to the next year, then again you will postpone to another year. So this will go on, and you can't really think about anything new, right? So you were still stuck in there, and you can't really come out with more goals in your life. How to set your SMART goals? First of all, you need to define what is your objective, or define goals, what you want to really achieve, whether it's for your personal life, it's for your career life, or your education. It can be anything that you want to achieve, but as long as you know exactly your goal and what you want to achieve in life, right? So when you have that specific goals, you need to next think about who is responsible for that particular goal, whether you need someone else to assist, or is it you is the only person that you're going to manage it or making it work. The next step is, what steps will you take to achieve it, right? So for a particular goals, it can actually involve many action items. So you need to define all that. You need to start planning about achieving that particular goal, right? Once you have that clear goals, then the next thing is you have to start planning. And when you start planning, you have a lot of action items involved, so you will slowly set the timeline for achieving those steps. And not only the timeline, but you also will identify and assign action owners for each action. So once you have the action owner for each action items, you will start executing those action items. You will monitor by ticking those action items that have been completed. So basically it involves a 5-step of process. You define the goals, you plan the action items to achieve that particular goals. Then when you have a clear action items, you will execute it. Of course, before you executing, you will know the rough timeline by when you have to execute. Then you execute. Then you will start monitoring which action have been completed, which action already have a due date, reach the due date, and what is the the mitigation plan that you want to take, right? So and how can you avoid other actions from being delayed, and this kind of stuff you really have to monitor closely. And finally, once all the action item completed, so you can check again and ensure that it that particular goal achieved, right? So you can actually close the topic for that particular goals that you have actually set. So I really hope that this has actually provided some kind of clear guideline for you to set your own smart goals, right? So, and also you can actually use your diary, or you can also use your own device like a smartphone or a laptop. You can actually work on it on Excel or any other tools, for example the smart sheet, the project management tool, the monday.com tools, where you can actually clearly define the steps that you would like to take in order to achieve that particular goals, and assign the timeline and assign the owners for each action. So these are my tips for you to set your smart goals. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel MySpeedHub and click the bell button to receive all notification on our videos. Visit to our online learning platform at myspeedhub.com to purchase many other courses that are available only at $19.99, which is very affordable. Thank you very much again, and see you in my next video. Bye for now.